Now that we've established why the link layer exists, we can move from philosophy over to structure. If the link layer is responsible for moving data one hop at a time, the next question becomes, what exactly does it send across that link? The answer is frame. In this module, we're going to unpack what a frame is, why it exists, and how local addressing allows devices to deliver data within a shared network segment. Let's start by connecting what you already know. The network layer produces an IP packet. That packet contains the source and destination IP addresses, and it represents the logical delivery plan. What the packet cannot travel alone. Before it crosses into the physical link, it must be wrapped inside of a frame. The frame is specific to the technology of that link, whether it's Ethernet, Wi-Fi, or fiber. And here's the key. At every hop, the old frame is removed and a new one is built. Your IP packet is like a traveler changing vehicles at every stop, or more appropriately, probably that Greyhound bus going from city to city. With every city stop, you change new buses. It's important to remember that a frame gives structure to the transmission. It defines where the data begins and where it ends. Without that boundary, a receiving device would see nothing but the endless stream of bits. It also includes a local addressing, not IP addressing. Local physical addresses that identify devices on the same link. And finally, it carries an error detection value so that the receiver can verify that the frame survived the trip intact. A frame is not just packaging. Its organization, its identity, and its integrity all combined into one nice little package. MAC addresses are physical identifiers assigned to network interfaces. They are typically 48 bits long and embedded in the hardware. Unlike IP addresses, MAC addresses are flat. They do not reflect the network hierarchy or the location. They simply identify a device on a specific link. Think of IP addresses as a mailing address and MAC address as a name tag worn inside the building. Routing gets you to the building, but the MAC address gets you to the correct device inside and points you to the actual person that the package is supposed to go to. IP addresses enable global routing across networks. MAC addresses enable local delivery within the single link. When your device sends data to a remote server, the IP addresses identify the ultimate destination, but the MAC address identifies the next hop on the device on your local network. Usually, it's your router. Both addressing systems work together in conjunction. One chooses the path, the other, on the other hand, completes the local handoff. On a shared medium, like Ethernet or Wi-Fi, frames can be broadcast to every device on the link. This means that every device sees the transmission. Broadcasting is useful for discovery protocols such as ARP, Address Resolution Protocol. This maps the IP address to the MAC address, but excessive broadcast traffic can actually create overhead and reduce the efficiency of the overall network. This is why very large networks are often segmented to control that scope of broadcast domains. A frame is constructed by the sender's network interface. It is transmitted across the link as electrical signals or radio waves. The receiving device checks the frame for errors. If valid, the frame is accepted and the IP packet inside is then passed upward. If the device is a router, the frame is then discarded and a new one is constructed for the next link. Frames are temporary vehicles. They exist only long enough to cross the single connection. Because frames are rebuilt at every hop, different link technologies can coexist seamlessly. Wi-Fi can in fact connect to Ethernet, and Ethernet can in fact connect to fiber. If the frame isolates the messy details of the physical transmission from higher layers. This modularity is what allows the internet to scale across countless hardware variations. Without this abstraction, however, the network would collapse under its own complexity. Think about how many different devices and manufacturers are in your own residential environment. Now look at that same complexity, except amplify it by 100 times for an enterprise environment. You can kind of see where I'm coming from. So we've talked about the abstract packets to concrete frames, and we saw that before any data crosses a physical link, it's wrapped in a structured frame that includes local addressing and error detection. MAC addresses operate only within the local network segment, and this enables devices to deliver frames to the correct neighbor. Together with IP addressing, they form a layered system that separates global routing from the local transmission. With this understanding in place, we can now move on and examine how Ethernet implements these concepts in practice.